Hello, everybody. I'm Jackie K. Cooper here with
Amber Howell.
And this is Tell All Tuesday.
It is Tell All Tuesday. Should I give them a disclaimer really quickly?
Yeah.
I'm a little sneezy today.
You're a little sneezy. I'm a little dopey.
Yeah.
We're the dwarfs.
We're the seven dwarfs today. So,
Sleepy.
with that said, if I sneeze.
I didn't know what your disclaimer was going to be.
You had no idea.
I thought it was going to be, I didn't go see a movie again.
Well, yeah, that too.
Yeah.
But
well, the disclaimer, because you told last week, I'll
that's
go
true.
see what next week.
That's true. Anyways, if I sneeze today, you'll have to
But
forgive
I told
me.
you right before we started this, I said, I'm going to get serious.
Yeah.
And you went, uh-oh.
I'm not prepared. I don't know what it's about.
No, it was, I just have this thing about life lessons.
Uh-huh.
And I think if I ever write my next book, it's going to be like
If?
lessons. Well, okay.
When?
Lessons from the journey.
Uh-huh.
No. But last week, Tuesday, I think it was, I went to, was I Thursday? Because it was after I seen you.
Uh-huh.
But I had an MRI
Uh-huh.
schedule, and I had blood work scheduled.
Uh-huh.
And so I had to be in Macon by between 1 and 3 to get the blood work done.
Mm-hmm.
Then I had to leave there and go to another place and be there by 3:15 to have the MRI done.
Uh-huh.
So here I'm going, and I'm thinking I was having a real pity party.
Oh, yeah.
You ever have those?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, why do I have to keep going back and they're going to draw blood out of my arm? I'm tired of having my blood drawn out of my arm.
Yeah.
And I thought, then I've got to go have an MRI,
Which you fall asleep in MRIs.
Well, but I didn't in this one. But,
No.
But anyway, I was just whiny.
Mm-hmm.
I know tear. I was trying. And so we get the blood drawn and didn't even feel it being drawn. It was amazing. But then got to the MRI place. Now I can say which MRI place, but got the MRI place. My appointment was at 3:15, and I told Terry, I said, we got there before 3. I said, at 3 o'clock we'll go in because they'll probably have paperwork.
Right.
I have to, which I never understand. You go every time and fill out the same
paperwork. Just keep it on file.
That's right. And with computers,
Yeah.
you can do that.
Yeah.
But
I
anyway,
agree. I'm with you.
I'm thinking, my back hurts. Gotta have an MRI. I was just
Pity party.
And so we get in there at 3 o'clock, and I sure enough filled out all the paperwork. And there was a couple sitting on a sofa, and Terry and I were sitting in 2 chairs, and there was a lady sitting over here in another chair. And about 3:20, no, it was later than that. It was maybe 3:30. They came to get him.
Uh-huh.
And I'm thinking, when are they going to take me? My
Yeah.
appointment was at 3:15. Why are they taking him?
Yeah.
It's 3:30 and they still haven't taken me. And this thing takes 30 or 40 minutes.
Right.
And
Yours takes that long?
yes.
My head ones that they do for my migraines take like maximum 20 minutes.
No. You're only in that machine 20 minutes?
Yes. Thank goodness. I couldn't take another second in that MRI machine. I'd go crazy.
But anyway, I'm sitting there and I'm just stewing and I'm, why me? And my back was hurting. But for you who don't know, I've had back problems. That's why I'm doing all this stuff. And this woman who was sitting there, and she said, would you like to come over here and sit on the sofa? She said, it might be, because I had a cane with me, she said, it might be more comfortable. And I said, no, I'm fine.
Uh-huh.
And she said, my husband has brain cancer. And I went, oh no. And she said, yes. And she said, it's also spread to his liver and his kidneys. She said, but they're going to start radiation treatments. And she said, they said, but the treatments, he may live another 5 years. Amber, it just hit me. Here I'm sitting there, groaning about my back hurts. And don't
tell me this story, Jackie. I'm going to cry.
But I did. I thought, you sit there and you think about how bad you have it or whatever, and there are people going through horrible things.
Yeah.
And they did come to get me a few minutes later. And so by the time I got out, he was gone. And I thought, why didn't I say something to her? Why didn't I say, I'll be praying for you or what? I was just stunned.
Yeah.
I was just totally stunned. But then, that's not the sad part. We'll get away from
please
that.
no more.
We'll get away from that. But I came home, and I have been watching American Idol.
Uh-huh.
You have not been watching.
I have not. I just live vicariously through Jackie and get the updates.
When it started off, I remember I didn't have one that I picked. I thought, like, this is going to be the one to go all the way through.
Uh-huh.
But they are all amazing.
Uh-huh.
I mean, they've got these voices that you wouldn't believe. And on Easter Sunday, they did a whole program, and they sang spiritual songs.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, it was like one religious song. Some weren't, but mostly were. And they would tell why the song meant so much to them, and etc. And it was amazing. And I read that there was a lot of criticism of Carrie Underwood, especially because they said she pushed for it, since it was on Easter Sunday, that she pushed for having religious songs on it. And then she sang a rendition of How Great Thou Art, which was just phenomenal. But anyway, after having had this experience at the MRI, I came home, and it wasn't religious song night. But everybody who sang that night, again, Fantasia, do you know who that is?
No.
Fantasia won American Idol maybe 20 years ago.
Okay, so she was a winner.
She was a winner.
Okay.
Yes. And she was coming back as a mentor. And she has a new gospel album coming out. And they were asking, bride seekers for sale, well, why do you have a gospel album coming out now? And she said, well, Ryan, the world's in a mess. And she said, so every song I have to sing has got to be something that glorifies God. And she said, if I were to sing the ABCs to you, it would be me glorifying God singing the ABCs.
Yeah.
But every song, just about, I mean, not, again, I don't want to say everyone, but just about every song. At each time they would come out and sing, they would again give this almost testimonial about what their faith has meant to them, how it got through them through hard times.
Yeah.
And I thought, I have had a day.
Yeah. Emotional.
Of emotional and spiritual. Because it just meant so much to me that, I've been in church all my life, but many years ago, it started I don't know what it was called, but was it called a charismatic movement? But it became more informal. Church services became more informal and more spiritual in the way that people would talk about the Holy Spirit and raise their hands up and everything. I was one of those people who I didn't want to raise my hands.
That's fair.
I was like, no, I don't raise my hands. And I know we went to churches with both of my sons, and then the churches they went to, the people were more inclined. But now you look at American Idol, and there's Carrie Underwood, Lionel Richie, and Luke Bryan out there just got their hands raised and everything.
Yeah.
But it was just a really
moving
day for me.
Oh.
Yeah. But
Well,
I'm
thanks
telling you, these voices, I wish you could hear them.
Well, I guess I can. I'll just
You need to
Google.
You need to Google and find them, because they and now they're down to the top 10. And they're like eliminating 2 at a time.
Okay, so we're getting down to the wire.
We're getting down to the wire. The final date is May 18th.
Okay. Thought you were about to say May 8th, which is
That's your birthday.
my birthday.
That's as we're doing. The people that are watching this, your birthday is in 2 days.
2 days. That's right. That's right. Remember that, everybody. Remember. It's coming.
Woo! But anyway, it's coming down to the final. But every week now, when they're eliminating 2 really good people.
Yeah. It's like,
and it's like, oh my, because it got down to the 3, and it was I don't know their names now. It was Brianna and Che and Philo.
first name basis.
And I thought, Brianna, who I really like, I thought they're gonna pick 1 and 2 are gonna be going home. But she was picked. So Philo, who was just one of the best singers on there. I mean,
Uh-huh.
Che's good, but Philo is just terrific.
Yeah. They're all just that good.
They're that good.
I feel like you say this about, like, the talent must be, like, through the roof the past few years because you've been raving about American Idol.
Yeah, it just amazes me that, in the past there have been people who have been good, but they have a bad week or whatever. Then they have just a great week. And then these people every week have come out there, and it's been like
consistently
wow,
good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Talking about birthdays, we're getting closer to the cutoff date.
Oh.
For you.
For me?
Yes.
Is it 27?
It's close to 27.
So if I'm going to do it, I got to do it this year.
That's right.
This is my last year I can do American Idol. But hey, I can go on The Voice at any time.
I don't watch The Voice.
Me neither.
I want you on American Idol.
I will pray about it.
I want you to stand up there and say, I wouldn't be here if it weren't for Jackie
This
Cooper.
is all because of Jackie Cooper. Yes. Yes. I'll give you a shout out.
I want to see you up there and just say it. Here we have Amber Howell from Perry, Georgia. Amber, what brought you to America Idol?
Well,
Jackie Cooper.
Jackie
He's in the
Cooper.
audience.
He's
He's
here.
over there.
He's here. You would go? You'd go watch me? If I was in the top 10?
Absolutely.
Fly out there for me?
I would. Give me my cane and watch me go.
Your cane and the plane ticket. That's all you
There
need.
we would.
That's hilarious.
We would be.
You'd be out there.
Me and Todd Nelson. And Terry.
And Cody.
And Cody.
Yeah, yeah. Great. I have a fan club.
There we be.
I have a fan club.
But time is moving on.
Time is moving.
Because I remember when we first talked about American Idol, you had plenty of
I
time.
had plenty of time because, Jackie, I was 22.
See? You had all that time.
Oh my gosh. That was so long.
Have you been rehearsing?
I sing in the car. That's about it. Can you believe that I've been around?
You don't sing at church or anything?
No. I used to.
I know you did.
I have.
Because one of the first things I did before I ever met you, Steve showed me a tape of you singing.
Yeah.
Out at Matt's.
At a festival.
Yeah.
I did sing at a festival.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
One day.
One day.
One day. All right. Also, I wrote down Amber's movie.
Oh.
I get a text, y'all. I get a text from Amber one night, Friday night, Saturday night. Saturday night. What is going on? The parking lot is filled. There are no parking spaces.
Not a one.
What are they coming to see?
It was like Twilight midnight showing premiere. That's how full it was. I have no idea what came out over the weekend, but everybody was at the theater.
I can't believe that.
Everybody.
Because that is a big parking lot.
Huge. Every single parking spot was filled.
And so you just wheeled your little car around and
I
went
just went on home. Yeah. Oh, well, I went and got an ice cream and then I went home.
How'd you go and get ice cream to have a parking
Freddy's.
space?
I went to Freddy's.
Oh, you went to Freddy's.
Yeah. Yeah.
Freddy's have good ice cream?
Oh, yeah.
What is Culver?
I don't know.
Somebody said they had ice cream with hamburgers.
Yeah. That's what I would say.
I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, I mean,
I always get mine at Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. Can't go wrong with Chick-fil-A.
That's my ice cream. All right. Then I was going to ask you.
Okay.
Is there anybody, actor, I think I know your answer to this. No, I can't say I know the answer. But any actor that you're going to watch what they do, regardless of what it is. Like
Regardless
if they have
of
a
what
new
it
show
is.
coming out, you're going to see that show. Or if they have a new movie coming out, you're going to see that movie just because of who they are. And you can't say Chad Michael Murray.
I know, 'cause
he's got a series out, and you haven't watched a single episode.
haven't.
It's on his third season.
No. I don't think so.
I do. If I like actors, like I like Walton Goggins.
Mm-hmm.
Anything he's in, I pretty much will watch just because I think he's so good.
But you know what name came to my mind?
My name.
Jennifer Lawrence.
I haven't seen her in anything in forever.
She was in that crazy movie where she like dated a younger boy.
Yeah, I remember that. That was the last one she did, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Has she got anything new coming out?
No.
Well, the reason I thought this is because there's a new show on Amazon Prime called Etoile.
Haven't heard of it.
All right. It's by the people who created the Gilmore Girls
Okay.
and the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Okay.
And both of those are good.
Uh-huh.
And they've got this thing called Etoile.
Okay.
Etoile.
Etoile. Okay.
Etoile. And it's about a ballerina studio in New York
Uh-huh.
and a ballerina studio or ballet studio, not ballerina, ballet studio in New York and a ballet studio in Paris, France.
I was about to say, it has to be French.
And subscriptions, audiences are down for both of those. And so they decide to take the stars of the New York Ballet and send them to Paris, and the stars of the Paris Ballet send them to New York, try to get fresh faces, bring somebody out again. The reason I was interested in watching it is because Amy Sherman Palladino and her husband Daniel Palladino write the scripts and direct and everything, and their scripts are wonderful. They're really smart scripts.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm watching this and I'm thinking it's good. It wasn't great, but it had eight episodes and I was binge watched it. And I was thinking, this didn't really get me. And then in the next to last episode, I looked at Nina Arianda, who is one of my favorite actresses.
Never heard that name.
She is fantastic. She was in a series with Billy Bob Thornton called Goliath.
Okay.
And then she makes movies. She's basically a Broadway actress. But they brought her in as the sister to the main character, one of the main characters. And I thought, I will watch this every
Now you're
season,
hooked.
and now I'll be watching next season too if it gets
What's
another.
it on?
Amazon Prime.
Prime. Okay.
I would watch her in anything.
Never heard you say her name.
You were here during the Goliath days when I was going crazy over her.
I guess I was, yeah.
And then they made a movie about Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz called Being the Ricardos, and it starred Nicole Kidman.
Okay.
And she played Lucille Ball, and Nina Arianda played Ethel Mertz.
Okay.
The actress Vivian Vance who played Ethel Mertz. She's just great. She's just that good, and she just fascinates me.
So she's the one that's solidifying your continued watching of the series.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I don't have anybody like that.
You need to get some. See, I thought you'd probably try to throw Chad back early out there.
No,
you didn't.
I didn't.
I'm glad you didn't because it wouldn't have lasted.
You wouldn't have let me say that.
But then there's a new show on Netflix called
You. I'm kidding.
Oh,
the new series is out.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about it?
I know. I watched one season of it.
Do you know anything about this new season? Don't tell me.
Okay, it was last season.
Yeah, don't tell me though. I haven't watched it yet.
I thought you were going to watch it.
Well, I was, but I had to finish Pretty Little Liars first.
Oh, and you finished Pretty Little Liars.
I did.
Celebration.
So, but don't tell me yet.
Okay.
Maybe I can finish before next week and we can talk about it.
All right.
Okay.
Now you maybe forget.
Sorry.
Oh, but anyway, there's a new series on Netflix called Ransom Canyon.
Okay.
Which I did all my review on it, and I posted as Random Canyon. And I was looking at it and thought, random? That doesn't sound
not
right.
right.
I looked at ransom. I had to go back and change everything.
It's okay. We all make mistakes.
I'll make mistakes.
It's okay.
But it's on. It's a Western.
Which you love.
Yeah, and it's got some kind of Yellowstone
Vibes.
overtures to it, but it's more of a soap opera.
Yellowstone meets Bold and Beautiful.
Yeah, because they're like two ranchers who are in love with the same woman.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Who is Minka Kelly, by the way.
I know her.
Friday Night Lights.
Friday Night Lights. Yeah.
She is an actress who I like her in anything she's in.
I
just like her.
Yeah, she's good.
Yeah.
I like her too.
Yeah. If there's any show that I should go back and watch, it's Friday Night Lights.
You should.
Because everybody in it is somebody I like.
Yes, and it's such a feel-good show. Like, it's such
Connie
a
Britton
great...
I love her.
Yeah, she's good. She's really good.
Yeah.
I always say this to everybody that I talk to about Friday Night Lights. It's just a great depiction of small-town, high school, football, normalcy. It's so good.
You are Connie Britton.
Why?
Because you're married to the
Because I'm
coach.
married to the coach. Me and Cody,
Duh.
we made that joke. We
Duh.
made that joke. Yeah.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
not Connie Britton.
I'm Connie Britton. I'm living that life, aren't I? Crazy.
That's right. There you go.
Guess we gotta watch it again.
But anyway, it reminded me a little bit of Yellowstone. But Yellowstone came to mind because, do you know who Lainey Wilson is?
Yes.
All right, she's on Yellowstone.
She's a singer.
Yes, she's on Yellowstone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good for her.
She'd come around to the rodeos and sing a song.
Okay.
The first time I discovered Lainey Wilson was a song she did with Tom somebody. With Hardy.
Okay.
You know, and he picks her up. He's driving down the road in
I
his
don't
truck.
listen to her. The only country singer I listen to is Morgan Wallen. Sometimes.
I cannot believe that.
I know.
But anyway, she has this video with Hardy, and he's singing, and he's driving down the road, and he sees this woman walking alongside the road, and it's Lainey Wilson character, and he stops, and she's been beaten up, and she tells him about the guy who she was with who beat her up and everything. So he goes, gets her to tell her where the guy lives, and he goes in to beat the guy up. But he ends up killing him.
This is a music video?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
great. It's so good. And then the last part of the video, I see her in prison, and she goes to visit him and thanks him. You know. It's great.
You love it.
I love it.
Do you still love Highway Don't Care? Do you still listen to
I
that?
do love that song.
Every day?
I would pull that up on YouTube any day and watch it. It's got
Jackie.
Keith Urban, Tim McGraw, and
Fake
Taylor
Love?
Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor
Oh,
Swift.
I was
Hey,
thinking Hill.
Phil.
Wait. Yeah, you're right.
I am
You're
right.
You're
Highway
right.
don't
You're right.
care.
You're right.
Jackie don't lie.
Right? Taylor Swift?
Taylor Swift. Absolutely.
Okay. I'll listen to it when I leave.
You're going to check. You're going to
I'm
check.
gonna go check.
Yeah. But anyway, Lainey Wilson's going to make a movie.
She's a singer.
She's going to make a movie.
She's just
Guess what movie she's going to be in?
What?
Remembrances of Him. Reminders of Him.
Uh-huh.
Colleen Hoover.
Oh, gosh. It all comes back to Colleen Hoover. It's always her. It's
Yep.
always her. Colleen Hoover.
Yep. And Lainey Wilson has been cast. Is that
That's
not
crazy.
something?
That's crazy. Country music meets teenage romance. Or I guess it's not
But
teenage.
she is huge in country music.
She is. I don't listen to her.
Just don't like her music?
I just don't listen to country. I know. I listen to like pop and alternative.
What is alternative?
Indie. Like a mix between rock and pop. The band Camino, you know that band that I love?
That you love.
I love them.
You haven't got any concerts lately that you've been planning on going to see.
Nobody's on tour.
Yeah, they are, because the lady that we go to Orleans every Sunday, and the lady who takes care of us, she says she's got a concert every week in June to go see.
Well, I need to know her roster because I don't know of anybody on tour.
Probably country. You don't like
Probably
country.
country. Yeah, it's probably country. I don't do country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for the band Camino.
They're
And Taylor, where did she start?
Taylor is
She started out in country. Kim
mixed.
McGraw was a friend of mine, or whatever it was.
A friend of mine. Close.
Well, something about Tim McGraw.
Something about Tim McGraw. You're right. You're right.
But now, you know, she may act like she's not country anymore, but she
She has country roots.
She has country roots.
She does. I won't
Yeah,
deny
she
it.
plays that guitar.
She does.
But anyway,
Is that it, Jackie?
no, I still one more.
Okay.
There was a series called 1893 or something like that. It was Taylor.
All those numbers.
You know, and it was about it was a prequel to Yellowstone, 1823, 1893, I don't know what it was. But it starred Tim McGraw and Faith Hill.
Mm-hmm.
And then it had a guy in it named Sam Elliott.
Okay.
And everybody just loves Sam Elliott. He's an older actor, kind of grizzled. And he was really good in that show. And everybody was saying, gosh, he was great. Well, one of my favorite shows from last year, Landman.
Landman.
Billy Bob Thornton. Guess who's
He's going to be in it?
Sam Everett's going to be in the second season of Landman.
You're just like winning at life. You have so much going on,
I know.
so much good, so much to look forward to.
I know.
When are you going to write your book?
I don't know.
In between all that
In
stuff?
between all that.
Better get started.
When you going to write yours?
Oh.
When you going to be on American Idol?
We have a lot of things to do.
When you going to read a book of summer?
We have to figure that out, Jackie. we have to.
But
Oh my goodness.
life is good.
Life is
but
great.
just remember how blessed we are.
We're blessed.
We are blessed.
You can always find something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody wrote it. I wanted to give a little shout out. I read every comment that comes in.
Yes, you do.
And this guy said, I'm just doing my yearly checkup, on how you're doing. And he said,
Aw.
how are you doing? And he said, I'm part of the 9-year-old army
Aww.
that was with you from the start, and I'm still with you.
When you went viral all those years ago.
9-year-old army.
How long ago was that?
5.5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good times. I wasn't around then.
No, you came in
Came in
after
that.
the party started.
After the party started. That's crazy.
But we were partying hardy.
That's right.
Gosh, and Maxwell, who got me started on all that,
Good
he's
old Max.
probably out of college by now. I
Probably.
talked to him last year, though. I haven't talked to him in a while.
Yeah.
But that was fun.
That was fun.
Anyway, I'm Jackie K. Cooper, and this is,
Amber Howell.
and this has been Tell All Tuesday.